What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from 2 Chainz called Rapper Go to the League. Now, 2 Chainz is a rapper coming out of College Park who first made noise as a part of Disturbing the Peace, that was Ludacris's label, and he was also in the group Playa Circle along with Dollar Boy, so you might remember those days from quite a while back. However, once he struck out on his own and started his solo career, he went from being known as Titty Boy to 2 Chainz. He really came into his own and found a lot of success. He's put out plenty of EPs, mixtapes, and albums over the years, and even though I don't think he's been the most consistent, there have been some projects I've loved from him and others that I thought were pretty bad, he's still always able to deliver something. Like, even on the projects I don't like, I'll get a couple of songs from them. However, I really did like his last album, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. I think he showed a lot of versatility on there, and he was messing around with some different sounds. So I was curious to see what he was going to do on this new studio album. I was a little bit concerned because I think we all heard about how LeBron was basically acting as A&R or a consultant on this, and I don't know if anyone really looks at LeBron James and thinks of his excellent music taste or anything like that when they think of LeBron. Maybe that's just me, but whatever the case, this all came together pretty well, so I guess he did a damn good job. I thought this was a pretty solid album, and I am excited to talk about it. So we are going to start right from the beginning with the song Forgiven. I love this track. It's very smooth. It has a very organic instrumental to it that goes nicely along with Marsha Ambrosius's vocals. And 2 Chainz is on here just reflecting about the ups and downs of his life, a time where he was trying to make it in basketball and yet he was getting caught up in the streets as well. As the title suggests, that's sort of a main theme that's going throughout this project, because in some places it seems like the only way, or maybe the best way to make it out, is to rap or go to the league. So that's sort of the underlying theme and message throughout this song. Throughout this album, I should say. But what I really liked about this song here, Forgiven, is that second verse where he really opens up about how his friend Lil Fate, another rapper who used to be on Disturbing the Peace, how he lost his young son to gun violence and how he was just trying to cope with that. Thought it was a very personal moment. I actually didn't know this had happened to Lil Fate, so that's pretty sad. And I like that 2 Chainz right from the opening is giving us these honest personal moments. That's something that I always praise, especially from an artist like 2 Chainz, who a lot of people think of as just a basic trap rapper. But if you know 2 Chainz, he can rap his ass off when he wants to, and he has been bringing content in the past. So that right there, that definitely stood out to me as one of the best songs, and things only continue to get better from there. With the song Threat to Society, we are getting this beautiful Ninth Wonder beat, and I have long been an advocate of 2 Chainz getting on sample-based production. I think he fits it very well, he flows nicely on it, it just sounds great, and Ninth Wonder always comes through as good as you expect him to, so right out of the gate, I really like that. And on this one, he's once again rapping about his turbulent past, just some of the rights and wrongs he's had out there, including how he sold drugs to his own mother. But now he is on the right path with a wife and 3 kids. He said he might even make it 4, so he's just staying focused and trying to do his thing. I just really appreciate how he's breaking his story down right out of the gate on this album. He's just letting you know that you're not just going to get a bunch of bullshit on here. He has a message and something to say, and that certainly sets the tone for some of these tracks. Although you do get the bangers, which I will get into in a minute. Like the beats on those first 2 tracks. I also got to shout out Money in the Way. That's the 3rd track. This is another triumphant sample-based beat where he fits it perfectly. I just really appreciate how he was mixing up the beats on this. And now, as I go down my notes here, I got lots of notes. Like, I'm going to be looking here a lot because there's a lot of shit I want to make sure I don't miss. So, you know, deal with that. But like I said, he does come through with the filthy bangers as well. With Statute of Limitations, oh my god, the bass on this is fucking crazy. It is thicker than Victoria Cake, so that is some extra size thickness. I don't know if you can handle it, but I really like this one. And there is a little bit of a concept here because he's rapping about some of the dirt he did in the past. The Statute of Limitations is up, so he's rapping about how he served work to various rappers. I think he mentions Lil Jon and Young Buck on here, so I thought that was kind of funny how he was getting into that. And then with Whip, oh my god, the bass on this is nastier than Tiana Trump's Twitter account. So you're getting a bunch of filthy bangers on here. You're also getting a pretty good Travis Scott feature on Whip. I thought that tied together well. Just one of those joints you can work with when you're driving around. And you expect that from 2 Chainz. You expect that versatility where he can give you some sample-based shit and these nasty bangers. So I really like albums that do that because you're getting a variety. I like a wide variety of sounds, and he's definitely giving me that here. Now, I do got to point out on Whip, he does have a couple, you know, silly bars that you would expect from him. He says, I want smoke, yeah, nicotine. I mean, that's not really a great line. And hit a home run off a bunt. But 2 Chainz is known for goofy bars, man. I think he's one of those artists who can pull it off well, because you know he can rap his ass off when he wants, and when he's doing this silly shit, he's just having fun, and the way he says it is so cool. He just says it with so much sincerity that you can't really hate on him, so I appreciate that, and you do get plenty of humorous moments throughout here. Most notably on NCAA, where he says that he plays with the clit like a guitar, and then we get this heavy electric guitar shredding like fucking Slash from Guns N' Roses, just to let you know that that's how serious he is, man. Ladies beware, he is gonna mash your clit up like a fucking rock star. I just think it's funny how 2 Chainz can deliver these crazy lines like that, and yet he can go the complete opposite direction on a song like Sam and actually break down money and taxes, which was kind of funny to hear from 2 Chainz. But hey man, he's doing well, so he must know his shit, right? I mean, if he's got his money, even though he's spending all kinds of wild shit, he at least knows what he's doing. He's taking care of his taxes, he's speaking on it. So I think it's kind of funny how you're getting these different sides of 2 Chainz. He can do all these things. But one thing I did find on here is that the features were kind of hit and miss, and there were some in particular that disappointed me, most notably Kendrick Lamar on Momma, I Hit a Lick. First of all, this Pharrell beat is really crazy and sporadic and all over the place. I do like the deep bass as well as how the snare dances around, but really it's just kind of a glitchy beat to me. It's a bit all over the place, as I said. And it's the same thing with the performances from Chainz and Kendrick. They are just doing all this wacky and weird shit with their voices, just being over the top. And while I do like that sometimes, I think it can be interesting, it just seems like they went out of their way to try some weird shit here, and that along with this crazy beat really didn't do much for me at all. So I don't know if this one is going to grow on me. As of now, it just kind of comes across as very sloppy. And I also thought I'm Not Crazy, Life Is didn't really deliver much with the Chance the Rapper and Kodak Black features. I thought that was a weird choice to put them on a track together. It's kind of different. I'll give them that. Like, it was a unique choice, but I don't know. Those were 2 of the tracks that I thought were some of the worst. I didn't really care for the features on those ones, but we'll see what happens in a couple weeks. As of now, though, I'm not really fucking with those tracks. But there are some features on here that are good. As I said, they're hit and miss, but some of the ones I do like are Ariana Grande on Rule the World. Here, 2 Chainz is just showing love to his wife over a beat that is so elegant. Rick Ross would be proud of him for picking it. That was a dope track. It also samples an old Amerie song, I believe I saw someone talking about that. And then with $2 Bill, yes, we do get your standard DJ Mustard production with that, you know, G-Funk, West Coast sound and plenty of hand claps, but I still thought this was a fun track. Here you have Lil Wayne, E40, and 2 Chainz just rapping about how rare they are. So you got 2 Chainz saying that he's rare like Mr. Clean with hair. I don't think I ever seen him with hair, so I thought that was a funny line. Then you have Lil Wayne saying that he's rare like a cop that's fair, and E40 says he's rare like white running backs. Kind of just a fun song, not really something I'm going to go out of my way to listen to, but I did enjoy listening to it when it came on the playlist. Thought it was kind of funny. And there's another line where E40 makes it clear that he's not even going to come if he gets his dick sucked by the baddest bitch. So, you know, I guess he's just putting a challenge out there. That's some smart thinking from E40. Maybe some of these girls he's talking about are going to hear that and say, I think I can make that happen, 40 Water. You stay tuned. I'm coming through. Not me, the girls I'm talking about. I'm imitating. But anyway, we're moving on from that part. And lastly, I got to say, Girl's Best Friend with Ty Dolla. I remember that was on an EP that 2 Chainz had put out a little while ago. I thought that was kind of fun just for that summertime vibe. Again, it has a bit of a West Coast feel to it. Something you might work with in the summertime or just having a barbecue. And even though High Top Versace just sounds like a generic Migos beat that they passed up on, I still thought this was a pretty good track, man. Just another banger. And you got Young Thug on here with his usual charisma and silly bars, like when he says that he's balling on your daddy like Caillou. I don't even know what exactly that means, but it's always fuck Caillou, so you know how we're rolling out here. I'm with you on that. So, you know, this album does have its ups and downs. There are a couple moments on here I don't absolutely love, but for the most part, this is what I want from 2 Chainz. I want him to give me some sample-based tracks. I want him to give me some bangers. I want to get some humor, a couple of good features. He does all this on here. A couple things I didn't like, but ultimately, I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5, man. I really liked a lot of these tracks. I think the beat selection was great on here. 2 Chainz did his thing, so there you have it, man. Luke James is fucking with this new 2 Chainz project. But you guys let me know in the comments section what you think. Of course, you want to make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.